Request Dr. Shivakumar. He will be talking on how we can use it for research settings. So there is another spectrum. Now, as before Dr. Shivakumar takes over, like if you see, most of this AI app have come up with a free app as well as a paid app. So if you want to get the bigger results, say for example, if you want to use Perplexity, if you want the best results available in the market or best results available with the LLM, you should go for the paid version. But paid versions are all about costing about, it is about 2000 rupees or so we have to pay from our packet. Most of us won't be willing. The one hack that we need to know is Airtel users who are all using, whether you use a prepaid or postpaid, Airtel has come out with a free plan. You have to go to Airtel Thanksgiving app. Over there is a section called as rewards. So once you do that, you can get it converted to a Perplexity free service for 1 year. Perplexity free is 1 year, and you can use it as paid service. Phenomenal. So that is something which have been made accessible to us. Most of you can use the paid service. Over to Dr. Shivakumar.
Thank you, Dr. Gauri Shankar, and thank you, RSSDI Tamilnadu chapter, for providing this wonderful opportunity to be here. And in next 5 minutes, I am going to talk about this AI in clinical research. Generally, clinical research takes a back seat most of the time in our day-to-day clinical practice. In 2022, we had the first RSSDI research retreat conference where the focus was encouraging research amongst the RSSDI members. If some of you would have attended there, you might have learnt that we need so much of guidance to start a research in clinics. See, generally, most of the people who are getting updated each and every day, they have electronic health records in their clinics or hospitals, but they don't know how to use those clinical records for submitting a research paper. So, because of short of time, I am just going to deliver bird's eye view of how we can leverage technology, that is artificial intelligence, to start clinical research in our day-to-day clinical practice. So this is what going to be. I used AI tools to create, edit, and have this presentation. So what are the bottlenecks in traditional research? You know, extensively you have to read the articles, every day you have to update. It contains lot of jargons, and one of the reason most of us joined medicine is we hate mathematics, particularly statistics. While we have mindset like this, it is really hard to do statistical analysis, you know, all those things. So C-TET, 2T test, then Z-test, you know, these are all complex jargons. Then prolonged journey, you know, doing research is not so simple. There are so many missed opportunities too. But what are the advantages when we use artificial intelligence? Now, it's like a co-pilot. We can use this as a important assistant. See, whatever you read for so many hours, months, everything it can do summarization. Already previous speakers have told about how Perplexity as well as this ChatGPT can summarize everything in a nutshell, whichever the format we want, like it may be 100 words, it may be 500 words. If you want to publish, still you can do all those things. But the most important aspect is dynamic questioning. What kind of research are you going to do? Say for example, you have huge data in your clinic or hospital. How? Now the question is, say for example, I want to analyze what is the body mass index in our clinical population. Then this is the dynamic question. Then evidence retrieval. I am going to use some of the only couple of tools to show you how it can help to do all these things. Evidence retrieval, then trial summaries, then drafting the assistance, and journal suggestions. Because we need references even for publication, you know. So for that we need journal suggestions. All those things can be done with the help of technology. So I have just shortlisted 5 things the most important thing I am going to do here is elicit, and which is for literature review and evidence synthesis, and again ChatGPT Pro version does a lot thing. Day before yesterday it was GPT-5 version GPT-5, where it has been trained with too many some 17 trillion data, and of course there are other things also. Say for example, how can we do the simple things, unraveling the complex cases? This is the what explains high insulin resistance in lean Indian diabetics under 30. This is the research question. So for which, if you go to the elicit.org, you can simply sign up. I don't want to explain everything in video because already we are running short of time. So you can elicit on your own through this website elicit.org, where you can sign up, then sign in and go and ask whatever the research question you want. It can give you summary of all the research articles. Of course you can see the entire research articles too. That is the importance. Now before going to why we are not doing research in our day-to-day clinical practice, it is really cumbersome, you know. First you have to spend some time for whatever we are doing, and starting from ideation to questioning, then literature retrieval, data summarization, hypothesis formulation. Whether, say for example, you might have your own doubts. You might say that, see, in my clinical practice, what I need is 50-50 insulin. Most of my patients need 50-50 premix combo. If that is your research question, you can formulate research question like that. We can get evidence. If you don't have any evidence at all, then this is the hypothesis question. Then how you are going to prove or disprove that hypothesis question? This is very, very important. Then you draft your research. You say for example, you whatever the patients you put in your day-to-day clinical practice, categorize what they are getting: basal bolus insulin, premix 30-70, premix 50-50, then analyze the data. That data analysis part it can take care. That is ChatGPT. So of course there are too many other things like drug repurposing and hypothesis generation, gap analysis in RCTs, because see, you know, we have so many RCTs. If you consider semaglutide, we have step trials, step 1, step 2, like that, so many trials. If you want to see all those data in a nutshell, it is possible with the help of ChatGPT. And of course you can have your own study design, which is very much personalized. Then so many other things. Of course இது வந்து ஒரு சால்ட் மாதிரி தான் சம்டைம்ஸ் எடுத்துக்கணும். சால்ட் இல்லைன்னா டேஸ்டே இருக்காது ஃபுட்டு. ஆனால் வந்து மேஜர் காம்பனன்ட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சால்ட் கிடையாது. இட்ஸ் அ வெரி ஸ்மால் குவான்டிட்டி. லைக் தட், இஃப் யூ யூஸ் டெக்னாலஜி, தட் இஸ் ஆர்டிஃபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் ப்ராப்பர்லி லைக் அ சால்ட், which will add flavor to your clinical research. And patient data security, of course you have to anonymize, you have to get ethics committee approval or IRB approval, all those things. Those are all very, very important. And once you do certain research, you can enhance your abstracts. You can simply co-write with the, it can co-write with you, and you just take and edit whatever you require for submission in an article. And of course if you want to collaborate, there is one more tool called as Zotero. And then finally you can structure your CME submission too. To summarize everything in a nutshell, precise, if we want to build certain things, we need to do research. இப்போ நம்ம பேசுனது எல்லாமே வந்து யாரோ ஒரு ஃபாரினர் கண்டுபிடிச்சு அவங்க இங்கே கொண்டு வந்த பிறகு நம்ம அதை அப்ரிஷியேட் பண்ணி இதை யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், அதை யூஸ் பண்ணலாம் அப்படிங்கிறோம். எனிஹவ் வேறு வழி இல்லை நமக்கு. நம்ம ரிசர்ச் பண்ணுறதே இல்லை. ரிசர்ச் பண்ணாலும் வந்து நம்ம வேறு எங்கேயும் என்கரேஜ் பண்ணுறதில்ல. பட் அட்லீஸ்ட் இனிமே, பிகாஸ் this can help to save a lot of time in your day-to-day clinical practice. You can do publication, submission, all those things that will add cap to your day-to-day clinical practice, also your reputation. So it will be very much precise, personalized approach is possible. Ultimately that translates into your better clinical care. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So Yeah, thank you, sir. So what we try to do is we try to show you two tools for each of the thing, whether it is patient learning, self-education, patient education, or for your research purpose.